So one of the grieving stages is anger, okay? And we are seeing a lot of anger coming out of him. He is constantly moving. I would say when it's not raining and we're indoors and even outdoors, he is moving every couple seconds. And he can't, even trampoline, he'll go up, but then he'll come right back down, and then he'll go back up, and then he'll come back. So he can't stay in one place for too long. And especially inside the house, he is constantly destroying stuff. He has peeled off our parents' sofa, like the leather sofa, the seats. I guess there was a little tear, and he just kept ripping at it. Same with the floor mat. He ripped it out. He would just crack all the bowls, cups, whatever it is, dump everything down. And one time I watched him, how is he able to get to the countertops? And what I saw was he would drag a step ladder and put it near the countertop. Then he would drag a chair and put it near the countertop. He would get on the step ladder, get on the chair, get on the countertop, and whatever he sees, he will start just throwing it down. So that means it's constant cleaning for me all day long. That's been very rough and very hard. And the adoption counselor, what she told me was he is having so much anxiety in his heart, and he doesn't know what to do. So it's just, the kids are transparent. So all that, the constant moving and destroying stuff is just coming out. It's just showing how his heart is so anxious at that point, 2 months in, okay? Now, food obsession. I don't know any adoption parents who have said we didn't have food obsession. We've been having massive food obsession. To put things into perspective for you, every couple of minutes after he eats, he's coming and asking for food. Now, pap in Korean means rice. It also means meal or food. And every couple of minutes, he will come to me and say, pap, 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 all day long. It's very intense, actually. And if you want to know just how intense it is, he's eating approximately 50 times a day. And I say that because in 1 hour, he's asking constantly, and he's eating about 5 to 6 times in 1 hour. During meal times, so 3 meals a day, he will eat, like I said, about 4 times more than his brothers. But the brothers, they don't really snack after they eat, but he will snack constantly asking for more food. And if you don't give it to him, he gets so angry, he starts just going and breaking everything that he could see. And that's been very rough. Also, just to put into perspective how intensive food obsession is, children's book, they have all these picture books, right? Like A is for apple, and then there's a picture of apple. B is for banana, there's a picture of banana, things like that. The kids, when they read it, or when I read it to them, they'll say, ooh, banana, yum, 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 and then we move on. But Levi, anytime he sees a picture of like apple or banana, whatever it is in the book, he will get so obsessed, he will run straight into the kitchen and will say, banana, 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 banana. And he will flip the kitchen inside out until he finds it. And he'll sit there and eat, of course, like 2 to 3 bananas in one sitting. Same with apples. So any kind of food, the word we use or the pictures he sees, it triggers such urgency in him. And so that's what we've seen. The adoption counselor, what she explained to me, actually a lot of the comments that I read on YouTube on our video of his grieving process, people have said, hey, like maybe the foster mom didn't give him enough food. And I don't think that's the case. I think she was very loving to him. And what the counselor told me was, especially in Asian culture, okay, like the moms are always like, eat, 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 especially Korean culture. And so she felt that maybe, when he's crying or whiny, the foster mom was like, you know what, here, eat, feel better. And so that's more of his comfort level for him. Also, another aspect of it was he's so young, he doesn't process his loss. So he knows that he needs to fill his empty heart somehow, and the only way he knows to do it is through food, right? So he's trying to fill his emptiness with food, And so he is constantly, every couple of minutes after he eats, he'll come and ask for more food. He is pooping anywhere between 7 to 10 times a day, sometimes even more. Actually, I stopped making smoothies, fruit smoothies for my kids, because if I make fruit smoothies, then Levi is pooping more than 10 times a day. It's very exhausting because, you know, when you change the poopy diapers, you hold two of the baby's leg with one hand, and then with your right hand, you're wiping them. But he's kicking, screaming, yelling, you know, his legs are moving everywhere and poop is flying everywhere. And so imagine if I'm doing that 7 to 10 times a day. That's like almost, you know, every 2 hours or every 1 hour. So that has been incredibly challenging as well. Another issue that we've been dealing with is because of the anger issues, so much defiance and so much of rebellion. You know, usually kids, even like 7, 8 months old, like, you know, they can't even walk yet. You tell them, no, like, no, we don't do that. They show just even a slight sign of remorse, okay? And they will stop doing whatever they're doing. They may do it again, like in a couple minutes or, you know, like an hour later, but they don't go right back to doing it. One of Levi's favorite things to do right now is taking a cup, finding a cup from the kitchen somewhere, going to the toilet and dumping all the toilet water out on the floor. And of course, you know, he gets into trouble, we say it nicely, and then if not, then, you know, there's time ins, time outs. And what's so interesting is because of such defiance in him and anger in him, he doesn't care. So as soon as he gets into trouble, he will, while I'm cleaning, he will run straight to the next bathroom and do the same thing. So, and that's just one example. Toilet is just one example, but anything you tell him, no, like we don't do that, or whatever is, you know, positive reinforcement, whatever it is, it doesn't work. Sometimes it feels like, man, like I wonder if he is testing me. Like, you know, you brought me, you say you are committed to me. Well, let's see just how committed you are. It feels like that. I'm sure it's not like that, but because the day is so rough and so hard, it feels like that. Again, to put things into perspective for you, I am cleaning the bathroom floor between 10 to 12 times a day. And, you know, part of the reason is I can't be with him 24 hours. Like I have to help Seth with schoolwork. I am cleaning, I am cooking, and my parents are very busy on the farm right now because, you know, they haven't been there for a while. So it's very, very physically and emotionally exhausting at this point. So in the evening, you're right, he finally falls asleep and you're just like, oh, finally I get a break, right? But every hour to every hour and a half, he's still waking up, still about 6 to 8 times a night. And remember I said he's going through anger stage. And so before he used to cry at night when he would wake up, but now it's just piercing scream. Like not like fearful scream, but like angry scream. And he'll just do that. The whole family wakes up. One time I saw Seth just sit up in bed and say, Levi, you need to stop because I have not been getting any sleep lately and I am so exhausted. So, you know, the whole family, we're actually not getting much sleep right now, and that's been very hard. It almost feels like when he opens his eyes in the morning, like tornado starts, right? This nonstop crying, whining. The crying is not really crying at all. It's just that the sound he makes, and then when you say, oh, we have food, then not even like millisecond later, he just will stop. So he's not like crying for real. It's just that, you know, screaming, the tantrum, the constant tantrum, or if not that, the constant eating. Probably you can say in 1 hour, he is happy about 10 minutes, happily playing with his brother. So the YouTube videos you'll see are, you know, he's very happily playing, but there's so much things that go behind the scenes that you don't see. And it's very challenging. So a lot of people have reached out to me through our Instagram, private messaging me about your interest in adoption. And we want to be so transparent with you on what you will experience. So I just want to make it very clear that it is not easy. Now, in our future episodes, we will continue to share the grieving process and the adjustment period challenges in our adjustment period. And a lot of people have asked us, like, how is Ezra and Ezra and Seth dealing with, having a new brother? And we had all these different questions through our YouTube comments and also Instagram private messaging. And we will address all that in our 3-month update, maybe in like the next 2 episodes or so. And we're so sorry that it's taking us so long to upload our videos. It's because we don't have time to edit them. It takes us quite a bit of time. And so, yeah, we're sorry about that, but it is coming and we will continue to update you.